Namaskar, welcome to Exercise Explain. In this video, we would be doing exercise 8A of ICSE 9 propagation of sound waves. I have done the previous questions in previous videos, the link for which will be given in the description below. In this video, I will be doing from 9th question till the last question. The 9th question is a very important question and is usually repeated for the exams. So without any further delay, let's start with the video. Hope you guys will like it and do share it with your friends. Consider subscribing to the channel. So let's start with it. An observer sitting in the line of two tanks watches the flashes of two tanks firing at each other. So the observer is sitting somewhere here and these two tanks are firing at each other at the same time. Now both of them fire at the same time, but he hears the sound of the two shots 2 seconds and 3.5 seconds after seeing the flashes. So one shot is heard after 2 seconds. That means the nearby tank, the sound from the nearby tank will definitely reach faster than the sound from the other tank. So the sound of tank 1 he hears after 2 seconds, and the sound of tank 2 he hears after 3.5 seconds. If the distance between two tanks is 510 meters, find the speed of sound. So the distance between tank 1 to tank 2 is 510 meters. We need to find the speed of sound. Now we know the distance between tank 1 and tank 2. So if we can find the time between of traveled by sound from tank 2 to tank 1, we can actually find the speed of sound. So for finding the time taken by sound to travel from tank 2 to tank 1, that means from here to here, it's going to be 3.5 seconds minus 2 seconds. So 3.5 minus 2 gives me 1.5 seconds. So sound takes 1.5 seconds to travel from tank 2 to tank 1, which is at a distance of 510 meters. Speed is equal to distance by time. So distance is 510 divided by time is 1.5. We just got it here. So that happens to be 5100 divided by 15. So 5100 divided by 15 is nothing but 340 meter per second. So the speed of sound is 340 meter per second. So this was a really important question. Getting into the 10th question of exercise 8A, ICSE 9th. How long will sound take to travel in an iron rail? So first case is an iron nail and second case is air. Both 3.3 kilometer in length. So length is given as 3.3 kilometers. Speed of sound in air is given as 330 meter per second. And speed of sound in iron is given as 5280 meter per second. Now it is 3.3 kilometer, that is 3300 meters. So here what we do is we know the distance, we know the speed, we can definitely find the time taken. So for the case of iron, time will be equal to distance by speed, that is 3300 divided by 5280. So 3300 divided by 5280 is equal to 0.625 seconds. So time taken by sound to travel through the iron bar is 0.625 seconds. Similarly, we'll be finding for air. So again, time is equal to distance by speed. That happens to be 3300 divided by 330. 0 cancels. So we get 10 seconds. So it takes 10 seconds for the sound to travel through air for a distance of 3300 meters or 3.3 kilometers. Coming to the 11th question, which happens to be the last question for this video and the last question for this entire exercise. Assuming speed of sound in air is equal to 340 meter per second and in water equal to 1360 meter per second, We need to find the time taken to travel a distance of 1700 meters by sound in air and water. So it is very similar to the previous question. Again, distance is given, speed is given. So time we need to find. So time will be equal to distance by speed. So here for the case of air, that is the first part of the question, time is equal to distance by speed. Distance remains the same, that is 1700, and speed of sound in air is 340. So 1700 divided by 340 gives me 5 seconds. So it takes 5 seconds for the sound to travel in air for a distance of 1700 meters. Coming to the next part, that is for water, time will be equal to distance by speed, same formula. So that happens to be 1700 divided by 1360 because speed of sound in water is given as 1360. So that gives me 1.25 seconds. So this exercise was a really easy exercise, and I suppose this is the easiest chapter of your entire ICSE 9th physics. Do go through all the numericals so that you don't miss a single mark there. Hope you guys have liked the video. Consider subscribing to the channel. Dhanyavad.